Florida, please leave in the comments where are you located. Just out of curiosity, I want to know where the people that tap in with me are from. I just want to get to know you a little bit better. I'm going to be telling a valuable business lesson today while I bake bread and I go ahead and unload my groceries from the farmer's market. I was just on my way home from the farmer's market and I was walking with this nifty little shopping cart bag. This is not a paid advertisement. I just think this thing is cool. I was walking home with it and it was completely full, okay? I just got a whole slew of stuff at the grocery store, and as a part of this, I want to show how resourceful you can be whenever you buy produce fresh from a farmer's market. So I'm going to show you everything I got, and I'm going to tell you the prices. I didn't spend more than $30 on produce. $30 for 2.5 bags of fresh farmed produce, okay? Really exciting to me, at least. There's produce is like my favorite thing in the world. Nothing makes me happier than seeing produce and buying produce, eating produce, cooking with it. So fresh, locally farmed and sourced food is like amazing. That's not the business lesson though. So first things first, let me show you that I am literally making this bread right now, okay? And you can take that meaning to mean anything you want it to, honey. But this is a homemade focaccia. My nonna would be very proud. I'm going to go ahead and split it in half. Well, first I'm going to punch it down, split it in half. This is what it's going to look like when it's all done. Gorgeous, right? It's called focaccia farcita. Focaccia farcita. I hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. This is just such a Saturday vibe right now, so I'm like really with it. Anyways, I'm going to split it in half after I punch it down, chafe for 5 minutes, let it rest for 10. Make the filling. Okay, I'm going to grab the roller and I'm going to grab a knife. Okay, so fascinating story. Hello, Ishmael. Welcome. Fascinating story. When I'm walking home from the farmer's market today, I see that a couple, their names are Ron and Marie, and they were walking home from somewhere downtown. And I'm carrying this heavy cart with me, and it's full packed to the brim because I got a lot of groceries. And when I'm walking home, Ron makes a quick little joke and he goes, "What you selling?" And I said, well, really the question is what was I buying? Because I was buying all those groceries. But I wasn't going to let him walk away that easily. If he's straight up asking me what I'm selling, I told him what I am selling. And what I am selling is, oh wow, this stove is gorgeous. What I am selling is I'm offering an exclusive drawing offer, something I haven't done before. So I go contemporary ink drawings on paper, minimal. And he goes, oh, I'm interested to learn a little bit more. So I said, oh, he was about to ask if I had any pictures. I already had the proposal ready to send him. I said, can I text you or email the proposal? I'll do you one better. He liked that. Obviously, I was prepared. And he liked that I had a quick little humor about me once he, asked the initial question, having a quick little humor about him. So this is a good story to show you that as he was walking away, he goes, see, you never know what's going to happen or if something is ever going to happen when you're out and about. Because they're interested in the offer. They want me to do a drawing of their dog. And they even mentioned that they have several friends who might want something. So not only when I'm walking home, just by keeping my head up, am I going to have a new client out about St. Pete downtown, people shopping on their Saturday morning as I'm walking home from from getting groceries. But I also have several clients lined up just by knowing them and them telling their friends. So this is an exciting thing that's evolved, but I just wanted to share you that is the business lesson. He goes and turns to me as he's getting into the car and driving away and says, "See, you never know what's going to happen." And I said, "If you keep your head up, you know that something is always going to happen." Just want to repeat that really quick. He said, "See, you never know if something is going to happen in life, a new opportunity." And I turned to him and I said, "If you keep your head up, you know that something is always going to happen." All right, so that's the lesson for today on Saturday afternoon. You always should be prepared for something to happen in life, because something in life is going to happen. It requires us to be present, be aware, and to communicate with the people around us. Don't be afraid. I truly believe that the people who get brought into our lives are here for a reason, no matter if it's just a moment in passing. A moment in passing can turn into a client that helps you pay your rent for the next 2 months. You don't have any idea how things could be evolved, but if you trust that something will evolve just by you living and being in your element, by you existing and being happy in your life, feeling content and using your energy to be the most powerful use of your energy that there is, you attract all the most beautiful things in life. I was reflecting on this when I was sitting at the farmer's market, and I just really thought to myself, if you just do the most economical, resourceful, and stylish things in life, the quality of everything goes up. I assure you, if you simply do what is most economical, most resourceful, and most stylish, the quality of everything in your life goes up. And this just happens naturally. It's something that you don't have to force. It just happens. So that was my little business lesson. But I have a couple of other thoughts in terms of being resourceful. Sometimes in life, we have to put in a little extra effort to get the high reward. And I really like thinking of bread baking as a metaphor for that. I first want to just look at some of the messages. Yes, I am. I am in my kitchen. I'm chilling by myself, chilling. So I am. Anyways, life is always surprising, definitely. How you respond to those surprises definitely does play an important role. So true, CDK. See, I'm glad that you get it. I knew you would. Looks great. Hope your Saturday is going unbelievably well. Also, Carina, thank you. It is. It's a great day. It really is. Stopping by for a minute. Putting a request in for lemon poppy seed bread. Ooh, that sounds so good. Right now I'm making focaccia bread, but I will consider the lemon poppy seed in the future because that is really yummy. I've not made that before. I really will, though. Okay. So, what's the next step? Let rest for 10 minutes. Okay. Roll out each piece of dough into 9.5-inch rounds. Place one round on an oiled baking sheet. Arrange the 2 cheeses, basil, blah, 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 blah. Cover the dough. Proof doubled in size 30 minutes. Got it. I've got it. All right. I'm going to open the chat back up. Hold on a second. All right. Now, that was a cute story, and I'm excited to follow up with the adorable couple that I ran into on the street. And just to really go home with this message of being mindful, being present, and having moments to reflect throughout the day so that we can make sure, we're being as present as possible to all the opportunities that come our way. I want to talk a little bit more about resourcefulness. And is everyone a dough and baked goods aficionado but myself? I don't know about that. I do know that my grandma can throw it down, okay? I'm talking homemade, Sicilian, everything. And I think people definitely did become more into baking and cooking and resourcefulness over the pandemic and quarantine, because that's definitely become a thing, Baking is like a thing now. Don't ask me why or how, because I don't actually really know. But it's kind of an interesting thought, Anywho, all right, I've got to let these rest for 10 minutes, so I'm going to do that. And start unloading this stuff. Now, on the topic of resourcefulness, it's something that's really important to consider, because the most successful people in the world, in business, and by any definition of success, because even if your definition of success is a family, has nothing to do with money, then you still have to be resourceful to make the most out of that lived experience. For example, being resourceful a lot of the time really means just appreciating everything that you have. It means appreciating every aspect of what you have been gifted in life. And when I say the word appreciate, that actually really is a financial term. To appreciate something is to have it grow. So even if your definition of success has nothing to do with money or nothing to do with business, even the words that we use to describe it still have something to do with that. So that's one thing to pay attention to. But the reality of the situation is, no matter what success looks like to you, it's about taking deep moments of gratitude for every single thing that we are gifted in life, not letting anything go to waste, and really truly working with what you've got. That's one of the most graceful and gracious things that we can really do in life. Make the most of what you've been gifted. And I said at the beginning of the live that I would go over, all of the different things that I got at the market, because I think that that's a really great example of what I'm talking about. What's my favorite bread? Oh, you're asking Shahid what his favorite bread is. I don't know, Shahid, what is your favorite bread? My favorite bread changes day to day. I don't think I have one. I can't choose. I love making semolina loaf, though. That's one of my favorites. It requires an overnight rise, which is like an extra effort, but I think it's worth it. And you said, agreed, life may just surprise us for being so appreciative. Exactly. Life does surprise us, but that's one of the things I kind of want to make my point, though. It's not a surprise. It doesn't become a surprise anymore. It just becomes something you are grateful for. And I'm not saying, you should just expect it, because you should expect nothing in life. You're really not entitled to anything. Like, you have to make an effort, and what happens. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying it in an entitled way. What I am saying, though, is that it doesn't become a surprise anymore, because there's a direct correlation between your behavior and the end result. And there always is a direct correlation between your behavior and the end result. And trust, there are really precarious situations that we get put in life, and sometimes your behavior, like, and the end result have a disproportionate effect. But regardless, for the majority of things in life, like, yes, there are things that happen that are random or just purely injustice or purely coincidence, it seems. But even those things, oftentimes life speaks to us in a whisper before, and it's about paying attention to our surroundings. Keep your head up, right? And making sure that you are doing everything you can to receive the beautiful opportunities that are coming your way. Because sometimes if we don't have the right attitude, we really miss out on all of the beauty that is happening all around us, because we didn't have an appreciation for it. We didn't trust that it was there for a reason. And my argument, based on my own life experience at this point in time, from a lot of failures too, and rising up beyond that, I have seen firsthand how just pure gratitude can change everything in life. Just purely having a deep sense of gratitude can make everything we do so much more worth it, better, more beautiful, and it'll grow. And that is resourcefulness. Because if we don't have a gratitude for the things that we have, then I might just throw this cucumber away, and I could have, but if it was on the edge of going bad, I might just throw it away instead of taking a little extra time and a little bit of different resources, cutting it up and putting it in a jar and letting it pickle. Like, there are ways to allow what we have right now to be manipulated into something different that's actually going to benefit us and not go to waste. We're able to shape shift things and transmute energies. These are really sacred and divine practices too. It's a really a very deep thing if you choose to look at it that way, or you could just see it as a really simple thing, because it also is that too. Just be grateful, make the most out of what you got, work with what you've got. Don't have this idea that you can take out resources on credit. Like, you want to be using only what you have today to start with what you've got, and then wake up tomorrow with a little bit more because you took an appreciation for what you have. And we all make mistakes. Sometimes you have to take a couple of steps back to take steps forward. I know, I'm aware of all of that. And those are important things to consider, because that's really, as I've learned, the first step, darling. The first step, darling. So, this bread is about ready to roll out and fill up, which is exciting. Is it better to be in a million or be the best at what you do? Oh, is it better to be the one in a million or the best at what you do? Wait, that's an interesting question. Is it better? I'm going to read it again. Is it better to be the one in a million or the best at what you do? 1 in a million. I mean, if you think about it, if you're only 1 in a million, there's like 8 billion people on this planet and growing. So I would say the best at what you do, because for a couple of reasons. Because if you're the best at what you do, first of all, ain't nobody's going to be able to do like you. You're you. Nobody can actually duplicate it exactly like you. As long as you're living in your truth and in your individuality, nobody could change that. So I would say I'm going with the best at what you do. Because being 1 in a million isn't really that rare, if you think about it. Even if you don't think about it that hard. Even though I had to think about it really hard to get the right answer. Okay. This bread is getting to a point where it's almost ready, but it still needs more time. And I need to wash all of these vegetables. So I'm going to bid you farewell. And I hope you have a beautiful day in your life today. Thank you for people who join in and say hello. And thank you for those who have come on here that actually taught me stuff. That's pretty cool because I know that there are many of you that really are. Of course, the moment that I'm ready to wrap up is always the moment that there's more people coming in. All right, maybe I'll end LinkedIn. Goodbye, LinkedIn.